Good evening and welcome to another Pirate News. This is Joe calling you from Lowell, and we have Jamie from Somerville. And so we just wanted to go over a couple details tonight, which is the election results. Jamie, who won?
Not us. Basically, nothing really changed. The Democrats control 80% of the legislature, and four out of six statewide offices, except for governor and lieutenant governor, they maintained their hold on the. Elizabeth Warren won for the Senate, and they maintained all of their House seats.
So what does that mean for us here in Massachusetts?
Well, what's interesting about Massachusetts, and I was only thinking about it in the last couple of weeks, is that things don't happen here. We think of Massachusetts as a democratic state, and it's very progressive. And indeed, we won on question 3. And
what was question 3 again?
Question 3 was upholding the equality for our fellow transgender residents. And it's good that the people of Massachusetts went and supported that. But, we didn't, the only reason why parents have any time off in Massachusetts and any, the only reason why we have some of the benefits that we have are because of ballot initiatives, not because of the legislature. The legislature is quite willing to give money out to corporations. They've got $10 million they're giving to Amazon to open a tech center in South Boston. They've given, I believe, 1.5 million or so to Siemens. We're seeing money go out to corporations. We've got Hollywood kickbacks. But at the same time, we have our public higher education system like UMass Boston. The buildings are falling apart. We're seeing they're going and attempting to outsource as much of that as possible. We don't have enough money for our public schools. Our roads and MBTA are not doing well. We have infrastructure issues, and we've got a legislature that's 80% Democrat and a governor and lieutenant governor who are Republican, and things don't get done that people need in this state.
So what's the next step where we can make changes to our government, if possible?
Sure. So, we're a political party. We run candidates for office. We do trainings coming up, so we'll be focusing on that in the end of this year, beginning of next year. Anyone can run for town office, anyone who's basically 18 or above and is a voter in that town. All town elections the date is actually chosen by the town, and it's generally in the first 6 months of every year. So this year there'll be town elections, generally electing about a third of the town meeting if it's an elected town meeting, a third of the select board, a third of the school committee, whatever different other committees are elected. And then once the town elections are over, we're going to be seeing people gearing up and running for city elections. So those will be starting roughly in May and lasting until November. So that's a good way for people to get involved. Certainly if your town has a town meeting, it's about 30 of those from, such towns as Arlington or Belmont, to other towns farther away. Amherst used to have elected town meeting, as an example. That's an easier way of getting involved. The time commitment isn't high, but at the same time, both to run as a candidate and also to participate. But you can have dramatic effects. And of course, Massachusetts is the state of small city and town government. The revolution started here. And so that's something where people can get involved and can be active in their communities and, pushing the pirate values forward.
Awesome. That being said, that's pretty much the 4-in-1 going on with the elections, and we're gearing up for next year. There are other activities that we're doing, which is a vigil for those who have lost their lives being a sex worker. So, what's the current status that we have going on for that?
So that's coming up next Sunday, December 16th, at 7 p.m. in front of in front of the Boston Police Headquarters at One Schroeder Plaza in Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's near the Ruggles and the Ruggles and Roxbury Crossing MBTA stops on the Orange line, for those who are familiar with that. It's Sunday, so you can park anywhere in public parking spots in Boston and not get a ticket.
So long as it doesn't have a, sorry for interrupting, but so long as it doesn't have a bag over it. If it has a bag over it, find another spot. Fair
enough. Yep, fair enough. But we're encouraging people to come out to our vigil. We'll be reading off names of people who have been killed because they were sex workers, as well as, it's a candlelight vigil. We're trying to go for electric candles, but we'll have those, and we're all going to deliver those up to Boston police headquarters, because we're seeing police going after sex workers, and that makes it hard for them to feel like they can come to the police if they're harmed, or if someone's abusing them. If they do that, they very well could get arrested. And so it's important to come out to this vigil and say that we don't want any more people dying because they're sex workers, and we need to change the laws in order to prevent that.
Excellent. And so this is going to be a very somber tone.
Absolutely.
Somber event. All right, perfect. Well, Jamie, thank you for your time, and thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a very merry holidays, no matter what faith you come from.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.